Family members shouldn't have to ask a child before hugging them. It's perfectly okay to cuddle or kiss a cute baby one sees in the supermarket. Children must always listen to and obey their elders. Do you think there is something wrong in these statements? If you don't think something is wrong with these statements, you should watch this video till the end. Since I'm talking about something we often overlook when it comes to our kids, and that is consent. Namaskar parents, I'm Dr. Meghna, the therapist mommy. I'm a child and adolescent psychologist and a parenting educator. And today I'll discuss 5 things we do with our kids which we think are okay, but they aren't. Situation 1. Family members shouldn't have to ask a child before hugging them why this isn't okay. If a child doesn't want to be hugged or kissed by a family member but is overruled by her parents, she will come to believe that her no has no value. It makes her think that an adult, whether a loved family member or a perfect stranger, doesn't have to respect her wishes. What you can do instead, if your child appears hesitant or does not want to hug or kiss your family member, it's a good idea to give options to your child for displaying non-physical forms of affection. You could say, "Would you like to give a high five to grandma or blow her a kiss, beta?" Situation 2. It's perfectly okay to cuddle or kiss a cute baby one sees in the supermarket. Why this isn't okay? Cuddling or kissing someone else's baby or demonstrating affection physically does not take into account whether or not the caregiver or the parent is okay with this. What you can do instead? It's a good idea to ask the parent or caregiver if they're okay with their child being touched. Pay attention to and respect the baby's reaction. You can show your affection in other ways other than physical touch, such as talking to the baby, singing them a rhyme, etc. Situation 3. It's perfectly okay to force feed my child when they're not eating much. Why this isn't okay? Forcing children to eat further drives them to become picky eaters, makes their relationship with food negative, and adversely impacts the parent-child relationship. Force feeding also conveys to the child that someone else and not them knows better about their bodies and can lead them to ignore their own bodily cues, such as, hunger cues. What can you do instead? You can offer food options to your child and let him serve himself. Allow your child to eat by himself. Trust him to be in touch with his hunger cues. Situation 4. Children must always listen to and obey their elders. Why this isn't okay? Teaching a child that all elders must be listened to and obeyed can set a wrong precedent. It can prevent her from speaking up when the adult does something that makes the child feel uncomfortable or unsafe. What can you do instead? It's a good idea to help your child learn that if anything an adult does that makes her feel uncomfortable or wrong or unsafe, to immediately talk to a trusted adult. Discuss who are the trusted adults your child can approach at such times. Situation 5. When guests come over, it's okay to ask my child to perform in front of them. It happened to all of us, no? Why this isn't okay? If your child doesn't want to, having him perform like sing or dance or anything else in front of your friends won't help him overcome his shyness. On the contrary, it sends the message that he doesn't get to decide what he does with his body, and his wishes can be easily overruled by his parents. What can you do instead? Give your child the space to feel comfortable. Ask him if he would like to sing or dance or recite a poem that he's written or whatever else in front of your friends. If he says no, respect that and back off. Teaching your child about consent is super helpful right from an early age. It helps your child learn about, their personal boundaries while also learning to respect others. When children learn about consent and their own and other people's personal boundaries, it helps them to understand how to behave in different social situations. It also helps children recognize inappropriate behavior, and this can help them stay safe from child sexual abuse. How do you teach your child about consent? Tell me in the comments.